Knowing how to eat towards your lifestyle and performance goals can be really challenging. Knowing how many carbohydrates to get or how much protein you should eat after a workout is tough to navigate. So today we're going to be talking about a tool that can be very useful for you in helping you understand how many carbs you need to eat, how much protein you need to get, how many fats and how many vegetables you need to eat. A lot of us tend to go about our lives not really thinking about how our food affects our training or how our food affects our performance. But the food that we eat truly is the fuel that helps us perform at our best. And so when we go to think about what kind of food we need to eat or how much food we need to eat to perform our best or work towards our lifestyle goals, we need to be thinking about, what does my day look like? Is this just a work day? Am I going to be training? And am I going to be working on volume climbing? Or am I trying to recover from the climbing I did the day before? I like to think of sports nutrition as a science experiment. Unfortunately, I can't tell you exactly what you should eat or how much you should eat in order to meet your lifestyle and performance goals. There are, however, different methods that we can use in our science experiment to figure out exactly how much and what you should be eating in order to meet your personal goals. One of the guidelines for determining macronutrients with my athletes is called the hand size portioning tool. This is taken from Precision Nutrition, and I think that it has worked best for me, it's worked best for my athletes, and so that's what we're going to go over today. We like to think that each person, no matter what their goals are, will need 1 to 2 palm-sized portions of protein per meal per day, and 1 to 2 fists of vegetables per meal per day, 1 to 2 cupped hands of carbohydrates per meal per day, and 1 to 2 thumbs of fat per meal per day. From there, we can determine what you need based on your individual goals. And this is going to fluctuate between your goals, your seasons, what cycle you're in, what day of the week it is. Maybe you're somebody that needs 3 to 4 palm-sized portions of protein per meal per day. Maybe you're going into a really intense training cycle and you need to up the amount of carbohydrates that you're getting in order to increase your energy. This is where treating nutrition like a science experiment can really come in handy. For some folks, keeping a food journal can be very beneficial in figuring out how many macronutrients they need at particular times and in particular seasons. If you're interested in keeping a food journal, what you may find beneficial is writing down what you've eaten, what the hand-sized portions are at each meal every day, what you did that day for training or climbing, how you felt going into training, how you felt during training, and then, of course, how you felt after training as well. The next day is also going to be super beneficial for your recording to see how you felt. You'll need to write down your mood. You'll want to write how much sleep you got. You'll want to write your soreness levels. You'll want to write how much energy you have. All of this is going to be very important in determining if those macronutrient ratios really worked for you or where we need to tweak. A lot of climbers tend to underfuel in their training and performance. Some things to look out for are if you are not making gains in the gym or you're underperforming at the crag, if your training is leaving you feeling wiped, if you are frequently experiencing injury, and if your muscle soreness lasts more than 2 days. Those are some really common signs to help you figure out if you may be underfueling or not. Just like training and climbing gets easier the more that you practice, so does understanding and implementing your nutrition. It's really important that you organize your nutrition around your life and not try to organize your life around your nutrition, because life happens and life changes, and it's important that you understand how your nutrition is going to fit into your life. We don't want to make things too complicated. If one of your goals is to increase the amount of protein that you're getting, because maybe you're not already getting the 1 to 2 palms of protein that you need per meal per day, how are you going to do that? How is getting 3 to 4 palms of protein going to actually fit into your life in a way that you know that you will make it happen? Maybe a protein shake is the right call for you. Or maybe you are somebody that does love to meal prep and you love to cook, and so you can find that time because you enjoy it to cook a little bit of extra protein in your meal. Whatever works for you is what you need to figure out and implement in your life. It can feel really overwhelming if you need to work on multiple factors in your macronutrient ratios. Maybe you need to decrease the amount of fat that you're eating, and maybe you need to increase the amount of protein you're eating. My advice is to pick one and work on that until you've got it dialed. So maybe try to find ways that you can increase protein in your life. Try that for 2 weeks, reevaluate, see what's going well, what's not going well. Do I have this dialed? Does it fit seamlessly into my lifestyle? Great. Then you're able to take that next step in decreasing your fat. In order to create habits that last, we want to keep it simple and just take it one step at a time. Nutrition is so individualized. What works for you may not work for your climbing partner. Using the hand-sized portion tool and keeping a food journal are 2 ways that you can help determine what's really going to work for you, what's going to help push you towards your goals. Remember to be on the lookout for those signs of underfueling. If you're struggling to figure out how to manipulate your macronutrient ratios, or if you're having trouble understanding, well, I know I need to increase my protein, but I don't know how to actually do that in my everyday life, it may be beneficial for you to consult with a nutritionist so that they can show you the path to go and you guys can create action steps together to help you figure out what's going to work best for you in order to increase your performance and to keep you healthy for life.